and go tip, tip, tap, tap. Yeah, back in the day, they used to have these, I think they still have them. It's like this wrench. It comes up like this, and it's got this thing, and it comes back like that. It's got a handle, and you just sit there. And,
what happened to that?
I think it died with the dinosaurs. You know, when Moses...
When
Moses got on the boat. They left all those things behind, you know.
Retard. Warning. The video you are about to watch is performed by highly skilled and experienced professionals. Do not attempt this at home for your safety and that of others, so please don't be retarded. Also, before you start crying, we tend to crack jokes, which I like to call facetiousness. So if you can't take a joke, then you've been warned.
The blur is nowhere around.
Yeah, he had a...
I think he blurred out of existence for a little bit. See these return nozzles? This one's cracked, and that one is also cracked. Yeah, those are both cracked, and those are gonna leak.
Peter, what are you doing? Crack? What the
So the engine sits in this cradle, and across the bottom here, there's a line for the oil cooler that connects to the lower radiator hose, and the heat from the oil gets exchanged, you know, through thermodynamics. It actually cools the oil in the engine, and it does it via the radiator. The new engine, that line got cut. So there was no, ouch. No, it just like sliced me or something. Oh yeah, look at that. It's got a little burr on the side right there. Thing just got me. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm bleeding.
I can't show that, man. They're gonna take us down.
Are they?
Yeah, we have no channel now. Yeah, what we like to do before we go and start grabbing wrenches, and we pray to the Lord, and today's gonna be a great day. Make sure this engine doesn't blow up when the next customer gets into it.
Well, we need to knock on some wood, which is not very Christian. A Wicca thing or whatever, I think.
What's a Wicca?
So like the witches and stuff.
Oh, like the prehistoric times when you were still alive and you were still kicking. And
I'm not that old.
they're like, I can tell you a thing or two about the Wiccas.
I'll tell you that Toretto from what's it? Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
He played in that movie, The Witch Hunter. You know, the last Witch Hunter.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, he wasn't there. But I don't think this motor. You know what? That fuel doesn't smell that bad, believe it or not.
Yeah, we like to get a good whiff of it when we're taking it out, so.
No, it's diesel. It's not gonna get you very high. I don't think it will. Who knows? I've never tried. I don't think I'm gonna start now though.
Not at that age.
What are you
I don't
saying?
know.
I'm old?
No, I'm
Again?
just. No, I don't know if there's a good age to start sniffing diesel. I don't really recall maybe there's like an article. A good time to start sniffing diesel.
Possibly. Holy smokes. Man, that is really on there. Wow. We'll have to find out what that torque is on that. That's a lot of torque on that thing. Oh, that's actually kind of loose in there. You know what? That's coming out of there. Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Oh, cool. Little brass ring went on there too. Awesome, man.
All right, guys. If you're slipping out that easily whenever
Yeah, don't go there.
yeah.
Okay. Now we do need to mark these. This engine goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's see which ones are which here. Oh, there was writing on that one. Uh-oh. The writing didn't come off, did it? Oh, man. No. You gotta be kidding me. What? Oh, no. There it is.
Oh.
Whew. What's really funny, it was super crazy about Ford. Every single one of these is specific. Even though they all look exactly the same. And
So, each Ford injector differs in the odds and evens depending on your make and model. This is a fact check, so make sure not to mix up your injectors in your Ford engines.
Oh man, that one's cracked. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. But you know what? There's metal in there. Look. You see the metal inside that? So if there's metal inside there, then that means these aren't gonna leak. That means I can put the old ones back in. All right, we're putting the old ones back in. We're gonna see if they leak. If they leak, then we'll figure something out then. Well, the reason why I want to change those out is because the other ones, right here on that section, it's cracked. So, but I think this is metal all the way through, and if that's metal all the way through, then I don't think that's gonna leak. Okay, so I'm not super familiar with these injectors. I've never had a broken injector like that. I've never seen them broken like that. The blur said that that's not supposed to be cracked like that, and I'm sure it's not supposed to be cracked like that. I don't know, man. Your generation. I love your generation because a lot of you guys are waking up though. That's what I do like about you guys. But then you got a whole bunch of Gen Z that are just completely...
Just idiots.
They are gone.
Just...
They are completely gone.
It's just like what happened, you know?
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. They just look, They've got like $1,000 phones in their pocket. All kinds of food all across the country to eat.
5 Whoppers and 5 more Whoppers.
They've got school.
We begin tonight with more on the lockdown at a Pastoral school earlier today after a potential firearm threat.
They've got, for the most part, they've got both their parents. Well, maybe not most of the part.
Why are you crying?
But the thing is that there's plenty of food. They've got $1,000 phones in their pockets. So pretty much all the information in the world is in their pocket. They've got clothes on their back. They got shoes on their feet. Some of these kids got, $200, $300 shoes. They've got these fancy watches. They've got cars to drive. Is that not the best place on the planet to live? When I lived in Mexico, I saw poverty. I saw poverty. You get people here who are crying and complaining because they got themselves in debt, like school debt.
This is a fact check. Stop crying over your stupidity. As a fellow Gen Z, you should never expect anything from anyone, period.
Like for higher education. So they're privileged. They're privileged just to be in school, to have the ability to go to school, and then all they do is cry and complain about what they have. It's like, are you guys out of your minds? That is so crazy. And then they want everybody else to pay for their school? I can't wrap my head around that.
What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid. That is why we put them in dormitories.
I'm sitting here turning wrenches, trying to survive. Trying to survive this, this craziness that the government has created, and then there's these, there's people out there that want me to pay for their school. It's like, what kind of self-righteous or entitlement is that? That's crazy. I can't wrap my head around it. I just can't. It doesn't make any sense to me. They want to say they're educated. It's like, no, you're not.
No.
Educated people, smart people, don't expect other people to take care of them. But either way, I love my country. I love the people of this country. And everybody needs to work for themselves. If you want something for free, don't get it here. Don't come here. This country, you work. You work for for what you get. You work for what you have. If you don't work for it, nobody's going to give it to you.
You little talker.
Racist. We weren't even talking about race.
Is that?
Racist. Yeah, that's what Boff just said.
That's what Bob just said.
My white dog was saying, "You're racist." And then hopefully by next week I'm going to get all this cleaned up. I really need to get this cleaned up. This is a mess.
Stay tuned and you'll watch us clean up this mess.
We're like, oh man, it's actually clean. Still outside, but it's really clean.
Oh man, y'all did a great job.
Why didn't you guys get rid of all the dirt?
It's gonna be like,
This wobbly extension sucks because it doesn't hold. You see how it doesn't?
oh man.
Harbor Freight.
Yeah, so don't buy your parts from Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight has some great tools. Trust me. I mean, look at the toolbox. The toolbox, that's Harbor Freight. My buddy bought a Snap-on one. It's like a fraction of the size of that for like $5,000. And the Blur bought one for $5,000.
Holy
yeah, and it's a fraction of the size of that.
Where do you-
I don't know, man.
Where do you get the money for that?
He doesn't. Snap-on, those guys, they give you credit.
You must be doing some extra money on the side to make ends meet.
Hey, awesome, man. I can tell you this, Harbor Freight is an extraordinary resource. Now, if I do buy tools, like expensive tools and things, I'll go with Matco. Matco, their prices are good, and their tools are actually better than Snap-on, as far as I'm concerned. There's been guys online, I forgot who the YouTuber is. Yeah, if you want to go and spend $5,000 on a toolbox that just holds tools. It just holds tools. It's not. It just holds tools. What is that? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, look at that. That's getting broken off of there. There. All right. Well, that's not good. But I mean, it doesn't matter. That's for cruise control anyway. But for something like this, okay. Now this is just it's just a mess. Something like this Snap-on, you're probably going to be $15,000, maybe $20,000 for that. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy money. I paid like $2,000 for this. And the drawers locking drawers. It's all ball bearing. It's all ball bearing. It closes really, really nice. I don't know. The steel, even the steel is Snap-on quality steel, and what? Just because it doesn't have the Snap-on name? No, forget it. Now, I could see if people are sponsored by Snap-on and things like that. They, Snap-on says, hey, listen, we're going to give you guys all these tools because you're racers, but for regular guys, I don't know. And I'm not sponsored by Craftsman because I don't really care. I think even some of their stuff's too expensive. And bought a full set of extensions. It was like $30. If that same setup from Snap-on would have probably been $150, $200. But whatever. Now this is a Harbor Freight one, and this one is a piece of crap. But there are certain things that you're gonna want to spend good money for, like good stuff, like a engine pressure tester. I recommend get one of those. Go Matco on that. Bunch of stuff that I've purchased that is Matco, because I need something that's a really, really good quality part, and Harbor Freight just doesn't offer. Everything that I have is pretty much metric. Everything I use is pretty much metric. But either way, I digress. And by the way, I don't say anymore. So you can bleep it out. You can bleep out anything. So like, why do they keep bleeping things out? It's a lot of torque on that thing.